Breaking. Taylor Swift's Tortured Poets Department ties her best performance with 11 weeks atop the Billboard 200 chart, but she still has weeks to go to break the record. Taylor Swift tied her personal best this week on the Billboard 200 albums chart. The 34-year-old songstress notched her 11th week at #1 on the chart with her latest album, The Tortured Poets Department, Billboard reported on Sunday. That means Swift is tied for her longest stint atop the chart, after her earlier Oops 1989, and Fearless also spent 11 weeks at #1. The feat was featured in the July 13 edition of the Billboard 200, and if the massively popular albums holds on, it will become her longest consecutive streak at the top of the albums chart. However, Taylor, who was booed in absentia at Ice Spice's performance on Sunday, still has several weeks to go if she hopes to beat another music icon. Carole King currently has the longest consecutive run atop the Billboard 200 for a female solo artist thanks to her iconic singer-songwriter album Tapestry. That 1971 album stayed at #1 for an astounding 15 weeks, according to Billboard. According to publication, the last album by a woman to spend 11 weeks at #1 was 1989, which achieved that feat in 2014 and 2015, though its stint was non-consecutive. But the last time a woman had the same number of consecutive weeks at the top was all the way back in late 1992 and early 1993, when Whitney Houston scored 11 straight weeks at the top of the Billboard 200 chart with the soundtrack for The Bodyguard. The soundtrack eventually racked up a total of 20 non-consecutive weeks at #1. Although King holds the record for a woman with 15 weeks in a row, other women have spent many more weeks at #1 with non-consecutive runs. The outlet notes that if Taylor's latest album is #1 for an additional week, after debuting on top on May 4, she will be the first woman to spend at least 12 weeks at #1 since Adele scored an incredible 24 non-consecutive weeks with her album 21 in 2011 and 2012. In the week that ended with July 4, the Tortured Poets Department earned 114,000 album equivalent units, according to Luminate, which is a 1% decrease from the previous week. Billboard also notes that increased sale may have buoyed modestly decreasing streaming numbers for Swift's album, as she had listed 2 CD variants of her album for pre-sale on her website in June that quickly sold out. The 2 releases each featured the standard 16-song track listing of the single-disc standard edition, along with a different acoustic bonus track at the end, with one version including the Post Malone featuring Fortnite, while another featured the song Fresh Out the Slammer. Taylor recently delighted her fans on her Eras tour by dusting off an old tune, Mary's Song, for the first time in 16 years. The song, which was featured as the penultimate track on her 2006 self-titled debut LP as Mary's Song, Oh My My My, made a shocking reappearance at the hitmaker's Amsterdam performance on Saturday. Prior to that, she hadn't performed the tune live since retiring it after a 2008 show in Chattanooga, Tennessee.